Welcome back to the canal. Anyway, look at this view. Look at my new view. I have 80% moved out. And look at this view, mate. I can see the city, I can see Parramatta, I can see people drive past. If you drive like a dickhead, I'm gonna throw an egg at your car. What are we doing today? We're doing something a bit different, right? Here's what we're doing. I've been curious to go back to Spanian's Kebabs. It's been a year since my first video, and the last place I went to was Spanian's Kebabs. And I'm even wearing the same jumper as that first video. So I want to suss out all the franchises in Sydney. I know there's 2 in Wollongong area, but we're not going to go there. We're going to stick to Sydney. We're going to go to Smeaton Grange, Lansvale, Parramatta, Penrith. I know they're franchises, but I want to see how consistent is the quality of each franchise. And people are still reviewing Spanian's Kebabs, and we're getting mixed reviews. Some people are calling it dog food. Some people are calling it the best kebab. And they toast their kebabs now. So I'm very interested to go on this trip and compare 4 different Spanian's Kebabs franchises. When they first opened and the Spanian's Kebab franchise started pretty much a year ago, the main focus was this, right? A packed kebab, sauce galore on the kebab, super salty chips, lots of salt. And one thing we're gonna check, because there's been rumors spreading that the meat is raw at some locations. So that's the 4 things we're gonna try and check at each location. All right, like, share, subscribe, and let's get the episode started. After about an hour drive and 20 road rage incidents, we're finally at Smeaton Grange. And quick PSA, if you drive a fucking U and you're a tradie, all right, we love you. You're building the country, all right? But if I'm on the M2 or the M7 or the Hume Highway, right, and there's traffic in front of me and you're up my ass, back the fuck off. What do you want me to do? Turn my car into a helicopter and fly over the car?
The colorful helicopter is coming to the rescue. Here I go.
We're gonna turn the camera off, take the mic off, go order the food and come back to the car and do the review, right? Because I wanna be incognito. I wanna just rock up like a customer. No cameras, no mic. So they make it, you know, however they're going to make it as a normal customer would get it without seeing a camera and potentially, you know, fixing it up because of the camera, all right? So bear with us. We'll be back with the food, all right?
Doing that like. What are we doing? Doing that like. What are we doing?
We took some undercover shots with the phone, just acting like you're normal civilians that are a fan of Spanian's Kebabs. One thing I'm going to say, and I know it's not Spanian's fault, it's his manager's fault that probably run this joint and the franchise and all the rules. Bro, turn the music down. How are you supposed to make orders, take orders, call out orders when the music, I'm here. It's there, I can hear it, bro. Turn the music down, bro, your locations. What is this shit? We got the mixed kebab with chips and a drink. When I ordered it a year ago exactly, it was 25 bucks. Now it's 27 bucks. So $2 more expensive. Why? I don't know. But you know what, in general, everything's gone up $1 or $2 at every spot. I don't know, man. Cost of living, inflation. Now they do toast the bread, finally. I can feel it. Finally, they toasted the bread, but that brings another issue. We'll get to that. The first thing we're gonna check for is salty chips, okay? Decently packed on the chips. There's enough chips in here. They haven't skimmed out on it too much. Could it be a bit fuller? Maybe, but yeah, there's a good amount of salt on here. I can see the sprinkle. The salt is the same. Good balance of vinegar and chicken salt. In this scientific research, that's very important for Sydney, the chips are still good. It's not too dark. Salt is still the same. Enough salt. This location so far off to a good start. But the kebab. A year ago, I complained that the meat was good, the sauce is good. The only problem, the bread wasn't toasted. All right, moment of truth. What does the updated toasted kebab look like? Oh, the bread looked better. It looked better when it's toasted. When I mentioned that brings its own problem, here's the problem. There's not as much sauce as I remember. It's less saucy. So I don't know if they've either taken feedback from people complaining it was too saucy or not, but could have used more sauce? You know what? I think this is the alright amount of sauce, but the problem that comes with toasting it and adding all this sauce, now you're gonna get soggy salad. The lettuce, the tomato, the red cabbage, that's potentially going to be soggy. The bread looks different too. I think they've changed the bread. Because I remember when I reviewed it, the bread was different. Along the lines, for some reason, the bread changed to some weird bread roll. But now this is a bit better looking. The next issue is the meat raw. Here's the chicken. Doesn't look raw to me. Doesn't taste raw. Only problem, it's a bit dry and a bit cold. And I'm guessing because they've shaved the meat, cooked it, and put it in that little metal container on the side, which is a big no-no. You don't do that with kebab meat. It is a bit dry and cold. That's a problem I'm having right now with it. Packed kebab? I mean, yeah, it looks pretty packed to me. Maybe not as packed as it used to be, but it was too packed last time. So packed kebab. So overall, the experience is so far the same, but let's try it with toasted bread. 2-bite rule. 2-bite rule. Much better with the toasted bread. Finally, this was a big issue they had. The bread being toasted is good. It really helps it. But the problem now is the meat. The meat's cold here. If I'm paying $27 for a kebab combo, the meat being cold, it just ruins that experience. So this could have been a good example of a good Spanian's kebab. I don't know if it's because they anticipate lots of customers, but even then, don't shave the meat, cook it even more to make it crispy, and then put it in the metal tin and then serve it to the customer after you put sauce on it. You gotta shave it fresh off the thing, off the meat shaver thing. You gotta shave it fresh as per the order. You don't just shave it before the shift, put it in the metal thing and leave it for a customer to come, you know what I mean? So this could have been good, but the meat really let it down. So from here, we're gonna head to Penrith, and same story, incognito mode. We'll get the food, talk about the food, this and that. See you guys at Penrith.
Eventually.
All right, we're at Jamison Town, not Penrith. It used to be Penrith, but now it's Jamison Town. One thing to know about this location, Jamison Town, so far, this is the nicest atmosphere for a Spanian kebab. But again, same thing with the music. They all have that colorful JBL speaker blasting music too loud. And bro, to be honest, so far they're all been pretty like quiet, dead, like no one was there. Like, are these guys even making money? Like $200,000-$300,000 franchise fee, you know? It's nice for Spanian, but I hope these guys are making money. Anyway, to make good money, you have to make good food, all right? So let's see. I'll do the chips after. Let's do the kebab first, so it doesn't get cold. It's freezing out here. This one, I feel like it has a lot more meat. It's already overflowing. Is it a saucy kebab? Yeah, there's still heaps of sauce. Is it a packed kebab? The meat's already overflowing. So I feel like, you know what? I feel like it's a bit more packed than Smeaton Grange. So sauce is plentiful. Meat is still plentiful. The bread is toasted, if not a bit more toasted than the last spot. The meat, is it raw? No. Already the lamb here is a bit better. It's not hot, but it's warm. And it has that nice lamb flavor that I was missing from Smeaton Grange. I saw a video, I'm not gonna say who it is, but when he was like doing his review of Spanian's kebabs, you know what he said about the meat? He said the meat was raw meat, but rock hard. How the f does that work? The chicken is not raw. The meat here is better. Let's go in for a 2-bite rule. What the f? 2-bite rule before I talk. Oh, meat flying everywhere. Did they preheat that bread, pre-toast it, and then put it to the side? See that color? See that color on the bread? That color on the bread, to me, you'd look at that, right? You as the viewer on the camera, you'd see that and think, wow, that looks crunchy. It's not crunchy. It tastes like it was toasted, put to the side, then reheated in the microwave. What the f? What? So far there's inconsistency. Smeaton Grange, the meat was not that great. Here, the meat is better, but the bread's not as good. What the f, bro? The salads are fresh. Obviously they are fresh, because I don't think this was toasted, bro. I don't know what went wrong with the bread there, but let's try the chips. And here come the inconsistencies between franchises. Where's the salt? Like, it's fried in decent oil, it's not too dark, all right, but where's the salt? Come on. Hello? Is there salt in here?
I'm changing. Don't look. Stop looking. I'm changing. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Another inconsistency already. The bread is weird. No salt on the chips. Well, there is salt, but not as much as there should be. You know? Should be salt galore, as he says. But there's no salt, bro. There you have it. Second location. Already we're finding some inconsistencies between two locations. There's 2 more to go. The next one we're going to is in Lansvale. I have a feeling it might be a good example of a Spanian kebab spot because I think they're the newest one in Sydney. I'm gonna pack this up. We're gonna head to Lansvale and suss out that franchise of Spanian's kebabs, all right? Third Spanian kebab location. I feel like after the last one, I'm gonna have nightmares about Spanian's kebabs and wake up in Woolloomooloo for some reason. But anyway, at least they've been giving me tissues. That's a good thing. I've been getting my tissues. All right, this feels warmer than most of the ones I've had today. Okay, this reminds me of the OG Spanian's kebab days. Look at all that sauce, bro. This is the sauce galore I was missing from the last few places. And the meat, look at that. So it's a very saucy. It's a packed kebab. It's packed, as you saw. It's a saucy kebab. check that off the list. Is the meat raw? Oh, the meat's hot. Finally, hot meat. Wow. The chicken is not raw. The lamb is not raw, but it's a bit chewy and dry. And I'll tell you why in a sec. A lot of meat though, but let's go for the 2-bite rule. I wish they'd put the meat in more, but whatever. Finally, not a perfect example of a good Spanian kebab, but this is the best one so far. The bread is toasted, it's crispy, the inside isn't too chewy, not too dry. The only problem, it's not toasted enough. Like they gave up toasting halfway, it looks like. Like if you come in the camera, you can see it's more toasted here than it is there. Maybe I'm being too picky, the toasting is fine. The meat is not fresh, let's be honest. And I'll tell you the problem with the meat. This is probably how they train the franchisee owners. Normal kebab shops or Euro shop or anywhere that does meat on the rotisserie, when you order it, they shave it off the rotisserie, maybe cook it a bit on the bottom of the grill thing, and then chuck it in your food, in your kebab or bread or gyro. Here, the meat is already pre-cooked in a little container. The problem with that, it's gonna keep it warm, yeah, but it's gonna keep cooking and make it dry and not as good as if you would have freshly cut it off the thing. The meat was fresher, hotter, better. One thing that's a big letdown is the fact that they stopped doing that and the meat's just ready to go in the little tin. That's the problem now with the meat. Even the bread, I feel like no one's nailed the bread yet in terms of how long to toast it. It's a bit crunchy, but it could use more toasting. The salads are good. The sauce has been good throughout. They've all been pretty good. The chips, here they've salted the chips like in the middle. Not as much as Smeaton Grange, but a bit more than Jamiesontown. It's like in the middle. Smeaton Grange, they salted it like it was in the beginning, the way it was intended to be by Spanian. Me personally, I like it that way, with more salt than this, because it's a really nice, yummy salt. It's all right, you still taste the seasoning, but I liked it better at Smeaton Grange with a lot more salt. Here's my theory, because this was the most packed Spanian's Kebabs, it was the busiest so far for the night. Because it's a newer one, they're still riding that wave of when, you know, Spanian came, grand opening, it was busy, and there's still people coming to see what the hype's all about. I feel like once that wave dies down a bit, that's when the quality dips. And we're gonna see if that's true at the next location. Parramatta, it was the first ever Spanian's Kebab truck before it was moved from Haberfield to Parramatta. This so far is my favorite overall spot. It's the kind of best example of a Spanian's Kebab franchise, right? So let's go head to Parramatta and now see where it began. In today's news, I'm sick of Spanian's Kebabs. I'm fucking over it. Too many Spanian's Kebabs. Okay, enough. Back to reality, let's open this kebab. This feels fucking crispy, I'll tell you that much. Okay? Now let's go through the checklist. Saucy kebab. Yeah, this is actually pretty fucking saucy, mate. If anything, this is the sauciest. Packed with meat. Yeah. In terms of the sauce to meat to all that, it's been the same everywhere. So it's good to see they haven't strayed away from their, you know, usual path. Although I did come here one time, like 8 months ago, and the kebab had no sauce at all. I'll just note that. So I guess they've sorted this shit here. Anyway, 2-bite rule of my 4th Spanian kebab that's probably gonna taste the same. Oh, but before we do that, let's check if the meat is raw. Because people came here and said, the meat is raw. The chicken isn't raw, mate. All right, whoever wants to say the meat is raw, fucking maybe it was, but they've sorted their shit. The lamb is not raw too. I've been to 4 places, the meat hasn't been raw. Take from that what you will. All right, but the only problem I'll say with all these spots, the meat isn't as fresh as it first was when I came here a year ago. It's all like reheated type meat. That's the only thing about all the places I've been to, all the franchises, but 2-bite rule. Okay. This bread is toasted the best so far. It's toasted how it should have been toasted at the other three spots. Yeah, 3 spots. Yeah, the bread's crunchy. The meat is okay. It all tastes the same, and it should. It comes from the same place, I hope. It's a franchise, same franchise, blah, blah, blah. Only problem, all the meats have been kind of a letdown. Lansvale was okay. It was kind of warm. Here is a bit cold still. I don't know. That's an easy problem to solve. Like I said, don't put it in that fucking metal container. Shave it off and then put it in. So it's nice and hot and fresh. But anyway, who am I, right? I'm just another YouTube food reviewer. So the kebab has the best bread so far. The filling, honestly, it's been the same everywhere else, bro. It's the same shit. The sauce tastes the same. The salads have been okay, not too soggy, not the freshest either. The meats, the meats are fine. They just need to be fresher, bro. That's it. The chips. So far, Smeaton Grange is the only one that like properly salted them, like salt galore, like it was originally intended. Here, similar amount of salt to Lansvale. The one in Jamison Town was like not enough salt at all, to be honest. How would I summarize Spanian's kebabs? Right, I went to 4 fucking locations today. This is proper in-depth research because there's too much misinformation online about is it good, is it is it a sandwich, is it kebab? Look, this to me, it is a kebab. If you go to Champs Kebabs in Austral, it looks similar to this, but 10 times bigger, cheaper, better quality ingredients, but it has the same Turkish bread, you know, the long Turkish bread, the way it's filled. So it is a kebab. If you want to call it a sandwich, go travel the world, experience other kebabs, how they're made, then come back here and say it's a sandwich, all right? That's out of the way. People that come and say, oh, it's like dog food, the meat is raw, it's not that bad. It really isn't. Like, if they make it properly, you know, fresh chips, salted enough, the meat's still warm, not too cold, the bread's toasted, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it, bro. The sauce is nice, the meat is nice when it's fresh, the toasted bread is what it was missing, the salads are good, lettuce, tomato, onion, red cabbage. What else do you want, bro? Just a few consistency issues between franchises, but that's a franchisee issue. They need to address those issues. That's it. Make your meat fresher, keep your salt on your chips consistent, toast your bread properly, and that's it. There is nothing wrong with Spanian's kebabs, in my opinion. Is it the best kebab in Sydney? No. Is it the worst kebab? No. It's like an 8.5 out of 10 for me on the kebab leaderboard, the way I've had it today throughout, all right? Now, before we finish this part of the review, a lot of you wanted me to try the gyros, but I'm not gonna try the gyros in a gyros episode because in my opinion, this is a kebab, not a gyros. Also, I got it with spicy sauce because I haven't tried the new spicy sauce. The old spicy sauce was good, I liked it, but it wasn't spicy. Now it's spicy apparently. So I know you want me to try the gyros, so let's just fucking, what the f? You call this a gyros? What the fuck? This looks more like a fucking kebab dildo than it does a gyros. But I guess what, bro? This is a disgrace to call it. Oh, anyway, 2-bite rule. What the fuck is this shit? Where the fuck is the spicy sauce? I need to find the spicy sauce. What is it? Oh. Okay, so essentially, the spicy sauce tastes like it used to, except now it's spicy. Has a kick to it, but it's not too spicy, to be honest. Is this a gyros? Fuck no. This is not a fucking gyros. This is a Sydney-style kebab with chips in it. This is what this is. Whoever wanted to know, go try Spanian's gyros. It's not a gyros, okay? This is another situation like the one in Newtown. A kebab trying to be a gyros. This is also a kebab trying to be a gyros. You do not put kebab meat in pita bread, put chips in it and call it a gyros. Full stop. So, what do I think of Spanian's gyros? This is Aussie kebab. This is the I think it was from Denmark. He got the inspiration from Danish kebab. So Aussie kebab with chips, Danish kebab. Okay? All right, time to wrap this video up. From first to fourth, I'm gonna rank which franchise I think gave the best example of a good experience of a Spanian kebab. Now, Smeaton Grange, the chips were, in my opinion, how it was meant to be. The problem with the rest of it, there's no excuse for dry, cold meat, especially when you're not busy at all. Like, there is no excuse. So for that reason, I'm gonna put them at number 4, at the very bottom. After that, we went to Jamison Town. Now, everything was fresher, more fresh than Smeaton Grange, but the bread looked like it was pre-toasted, then put in the fridge, then reheated. There was no crunch to it, it was just chew. Like, it looked like it was toasted, but it was chewy. Look, the meat, other than Smeaton Grange, everywhere was pretty much the same. It just depended how warm it was. That's pretty much it. The chips had barely any salt on them at Jamison Town. So third, now the last two, Lansvale, Para. Honestly, Lansvale and Para were very similar. For me, the OG Parramatta is number 1 from my experience today. And the reason why Parramatta is number 1 and Lansvale number 2 is because Parramatta, the OG store, they toasted the bread properly. It was toasted properly, it was crunchy, it wasn't chewy. They did it properly and that's why it will take the number 1 spot. Lansvale 2, and overall, man, my only feedback, 1, turn down the fucking music, it's too loud. Other than that, just salt your chips consistently. Make sure there's a good amount of salt on them, especially Jamison Town. And the meat, please, I beg yous, because it's not a bad kebab, it's actually all right. The gyros, throw it out the window, but the kebab, all you have to do, shave it off fresh. It will make the experience 10 times better, I promise you, all right? That's all it's missing. Overall, Spanian's Kebabs, not the best in Sydney, but not the worst. It gets too much hate for what it is, in my opinion. It's edible, it's fine. Like, the hate is forced, in my opinion, alright? That's the wrap on Spanian's Kebabs. I know there's more locations. If you guys want me to go around the rest of Australia in a year's time, when there's more Spanian's Kebabs, comment below. Give this video a like. If this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll consider doing that, alright? You let me know. What food should I try next? And for all you new people, or people that have come back and watch the videos over and over again, but for some reason you forget to click subscribe, just click the subscribe button. I went to 4 Spanian's Kebabs today. I went out of my way to do the research for you guys. All right, so click that subscribe button. All right, once you've done that, I'll see you next week.